So ask that question again, Anita, so the recording takes it.
How do we identify the purpose of our life?
Good question. How do we identify the purpose of our life? And my only honest answer will be, I don't know. But I can help all of us to be open to receiving the answer when it comes. Okay. I wonder how many people in this world have, discovered their purpose purposefully, and how many of them discovered it accidentally. I know one thing, if you listen to your awareness, and we've been talking about awareness for a couple of days now, we've been talking about manifesting. And this is a question, Anita, thank you for asking it, because I've been thinking about it for a long time myself. Is there a way to actually find out? So two things which I discovered is, one, if I am able to make this follow the conditioned mind, this binary thinking mind, if I make it quieter, what will happen? Think about it, and I'd love to hear from you guys. If you're able to quieten this binary, always chattering, always judging mind of yours, what is it that you and I might discover? Now, there are no ready-made answers to this question. So think and see what awareness is coming up at this moment. Okay? Yes, sir. Colonel Raj.
Namaste and good morning to everyone. When she asked me that question, the first thing is, like you said, very frankly, I don't know. I'm still searching. So I was just thinking, I also never thought what is the purpose of life. Firstly, why should I know? I mean, do you really want to know what is the purpose of your life? Once you know why you want to know, the question is first, why do I want to know about my purpose of life? If we can find an answer to that, probably we will be able to find an answer is what is the purpose of life. As long as we still not sure as to what we want from the life, the first question is, why do I want to know my purpose of life? I mean, first let us find the answer to that. That will probably lead to what is the purpose of life.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. That is the answer to Anita's question, right? And
yes, sir.
I got it. But I'd love to hear the answer to my question also. And by the way, coming from, I am one of the lucky people, I'll say, I discovered my purpose when I was 27 years old. Whether it was like purposefully because I went out looking for it, or it happened because I was in the middle of a program which really shook me up. And at the end of it, I discovered it. My question is, if you and I were able to quieten down this binary mind, okay, the judging mind, the mind which goes on saying right, wrong, good, bad, etc., etc. If I make that quiet, what will become possible? And thank you, Colonel Raj, because what you said is very, very useful. Okay, because you've raised more questions, and let's find the answers for that also. But let's do this first. Great, thank you. Yes, Neeti. Good morning to you. Yeah, go ahead, Neeti. We are not able to hear you. Now, yes, a little bit.
Okay. Okay, sir. What is coming to me as I listen to this conversation is as we quieten the internal chatter and as we open ourselves to our own self, like I open myself to my own real self, which is not the same as the one who runs a mechanical life, a clockwise life, a role-wise, duty-wise, it's time for this, I need to do this kind of a life. If I can quieten that person, then I am introduced to my truer self. And in that state, when I interact and when I conduct myself, I not only have verbal and non-verbal communications, I also have a much larger energetic communication that puts me into sync with what is fulfilling for me.
Yeah.
And as I am conducting myself along the stream of what is fulfilling for me, I am not in the lookout for the purpose of my life, because I feel somewhere down the line, I'll find it. I'm on the path somewhere, it'll just build up more. However, when I'm in that mechanical state of mind and that conduct and being driven, that is when I feel, what is the purpose of my life? So that is how I am experiencing this.
Well, that's very, very, very nicely put. I don't know how many of you guys were listening, because a lot of times, people have their attention, okay, this is what I want to say, and the attention is over there. But I want to say something beautiful, because, when Colonel Raj said something, it reminded me of something which I've been wanting to say for a while now. Have you ever considered the possibility that whatever you may be doing right now is a part of your purpose in life? Whatever situation, whatever experiences that Providence is putting you into is a part of your purpose. Let's assume that for a moment. But what are we doing? So we are doing whatever we are doing, we are experiencing whatever we are experiencing as a part of the purpose for which I'm here anyhow. But what am I doing? This other mind, the roles and responsibilities that got thrust upon me were also part of my journey in my life. If you look at the amount of time and energy we are spending in resisting and reacting to whatever is happening in our life, would you say that you are smoothly in the flow of our life and aligned with the purpose? If you keep fighting with it, resisting it, reacting to it, judging it, you're not allowing the purpose to use you fully. So you're not able to give you 100% at that time. And that 100%, if you gave it, would be aligned to your purpose. Because you're not, wherever you are is not a coincidence. Consider that as a possibility. So if you consider that as a possibility, that wherever I am, whatever I'm doing is a part of the purpose, okay, then I don't have to be looking for my purpose. If you deviate from the purpose, Providence is going to remind you in a very tough way anyhow. Okay, so I'll stop here. We had 3 hands raised. Hari, I think you raised your hand, right?
Yeah, to answer to the questions you asked, if this noise-making, meaning-making machine stops reacting or stops acting, that the life would be much simpler. The lot of acceptance would be there, is what I feel. I'll give an example,
Not
like earlier.
Not acceptance. Allowance will be there.
Allowance will be there, you're right. So I give an example, like earlier, we didn't have too many channels. There was only one DD Metro or things will be there. Now you have so many channels taking news every time. When there are too many choices, we are getting confused, we complicate things. And when there are very, very simple one, only one or two options are there, then acceptance or allowance will be there. That's what I feel. That the purpose of life would also be that answers the question of purpose of life also.
You will then automatically be aligned to whatever purpose it is, even though you don't know what it is.
Right.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Yes, Kuldeep ji. Anita, I hope you're listening to this conversation.
Yes, sir. Definitely. Yes, of course.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Sir,
Chaturvedi.
sir, to my view, the purpose of life is growth. Growth of myself and growth of others. And this is based on the hypothesis that I am the part of nature. So my purpose will be the same as the part of nature. If we see nature, we see everything grows, and everything beautifies the surroundings. So growth and the beautify the surroundings is the purpose, maybe the purpose of life. That is what I feel.
Okay, good. So that was answering Anita's question, right? Do you have an answer to my question also?
Good
That
question, sir.
if that is the main, if you silence your binary mind, if you silence your so-called logical mind, and if you silence your mind which is judging all the time, what will become possible?
Sir, can I speak, sir?
Yeah, I'm asking you only. I'm reminding you rather.
Sir, one thing we should understand that there is only one place where the mind is silent, and that place is mortuary.
That's why I said if you
Mind-
silence your binary mind.
Mind is active, means we are alive.
Yeah, just listen to what I'm saying. You are very right. I agree.
And when we say there's so many thoughts and so many unwanted things, they also come, they should not come, only positive thoughts may come. We also should not forget that it is a cricket season, so it is not possible that if we toss, only head will come. Head will come and tail may come. That
Yeah.
is in the nature of the mind.
Very true.
But
I will, one
but-
minute, hold on. You're
Yes,
very
sir.
right in what you're saying. You don't have to elaborate. I said if you silence your binary mind and your judging
Ah,
mind,
that is mind. That is.
और वो silencing,
that is,
एक minute. वो silencing तब होगी when you recognize it and say, oh, this is my point of view.
yes, sir. That is correct.
उस वक्त वो silent हो गया ना. See, what I'm talking about is that we keep on doing this judging, oh, this is right, this is wrong, this is not, I don't like it, I like it, So the moment I start doing that, I'm getting into a resistant mode.
Yes,
This
sir.
is like, जैसे अगर आप गाड़ी चलाते हो and you forgot to remove the handbrake, you have not applied the handbrake fully, a little bit of the handbrake is still there. So we are not in full energy flow, if I may say so. So what Kuldeep ji, you are saying, I agree with you that you cannot ever make it completely quiet. क्या जब हम नहीं रहेंगे तब ये क्वाइट शायद हो जाए, शायद तब भी ना हो, because your consciousness will be aware and awareness is always telling you something. So to that point, I am fully in agreement. To clarify, what I'm trying to ask you is, if we were to silence this chatter always, right, wrong, good, bad, I agree, I don't agree, I don't like, that was better than this. The opposite of all this is what? Being in allowance. So I'm in the
Yes.
flow and I'm then able to see, okay, look, keep focusing on whatever you're doing without reaction and resistance, and let me put it, your purpose will use you. How do you like that? If you let go, if you and I let go, Let go of what? My judgments, my decisions, my conclusions, my computations, always strategizing, all that. If I let go of that, then my purpose will use me. And if Kalraj, just hang on for a moment. I'm going to come to you. I have not forgotten. See, if I look at my life journey, when I discovered my purpose back in 1982, I let go a lot of stuff. I let go of my fears. I let go of my, strong desire to be safe and be secure at all times. And I just followed my awareness and made choices which I would have never done. See, we are all brought up and, indoctrinated with this bent of mind, scientific bent of mind, and, be safe. And hum log naukri wale log hain. We don't do this. You develop officer-like qualities and whatever. You get it? And when I threw it out of the window and I just started listening to my awareness, what a wonderful journey it has been. Very fulfilling. Was it easy? Sometimes easy, sometimes not. In the flow of that, I wasn't even judging it. I didn't care. So that is what will happen when you discover and allow your purpose to use you. First of all, allowing the purpose to use you does not mean that you stop doing what you're doing. You can keep doing it because maybe it is designed so. But if you stopped resisting and reacting to it, then something wonderful will happen. That if you are stuck in a situation which you are not supposed to be in, according to your life purpose, you will get relieved from that. Now, many of you might have seen we are in situations, in life situations where we don't want to be. And perhaps we are not even supposed to be there. And perhaps that is not aligned to our life purpose. Perhaps I'm saying. Okay. But when you let go, two things can happen. Life will take you towards your purpose, or you will be very clear, okay, look, this is what I'm supposed to do and I'll continue to do it. But you will do it with ease, joy, and glory. The effort and struggle will get out of it. No, like many times you feel majboor hu, kya karu, mujhe karna pad raha hai, I have to do this. You get it? That will go away if you realize. Maybe Shravan Kumar's purpose was what it was. Everybody knows who Shravan Kumar is, right? You think he was fighting it and saying, hey, Prabhu, mere ko kyun itna atyachar kar rahe ho? So anyway, I think Neeti is getting the point, so it's brought a smile to her face, all right. Okay, Raj, go ahead. Raj wanting to say something for such a long time. Sorry.
No. I come to the state of calmness because your first question kindled a lot of thoughts, and subsequently, before Hari spoke to you, you gave very elaborate response to or clarification to your question yourself. And Neeti took it from there, and in fact, Hari took it from there, and Neeti also followed it. So what basically I was trying to tell, and you already clarified everything. If somebody is in two things, one is if you are out of your binary state, you are always in receiving mode, that is in state of receiving. You are always there. When you are there, you become non-judgmental. When you're not judgmental, then you are again in more receiving state. So this cycle of being non-judgmental and being in state of receiving, it is a cycle which continues. As long as this continues longer the period, you are able to get a clarity as to what you want to do or what is the thing.
No, the clarity that comes is, hey, listen, you're doing what you're supposed to do.
Yes, and you said the life itself takes you. That is a beautiful way of looking at it. When you are calm and quiet and you killed this binary and you are non-judgmental and you are in a state of mind, it takes you. You flow. You flow there. It takes you. I mean,
You
you
know-
beautifully said it, sir. You beautifully said it. That's right.
And you know something, Khalsa, back in 1982, as a part of that transformational journey that I started, the person who was our trainer or coach or whatever, he said that if God came and told you that this is what you're supposed to do in your life, would you be happy doing it? Answer is obvious, right? If God came and told you, hey, listen, man, you're doing what you're supposed to do. This is your purpose. And the next thing he said is, hey, listen, you're doing what God told you to do. So be happy.
That's we all go and ask God what we want. We never ask him what you want.
वो तो करवा ही रहा है, you know. So this is what God told you to do, what you're doing. So be happy. So what will happen? You'll stop going around searching for what is my purpose, what is my purpose, what is my purpose.
Because Niti has put her in chat, no?
Yeah.
You know, she transforms herself when she is with the same set of people, when she is not in a mechanical mode. That means she is in a state of in receiving and in state of non-judgmental. Then she is a transformed person. I mean, so beautifully everything has flown in now. Thanks, Niti, for asking this question and wonderfully guided, sir. Wonderful.
A question was asked by Anita to begin with. So thank you to her also. और नीति जी थोड़ा सा श्रेय हमारा भी आता है इसके अंदर, है ना? And I must tell you one thing, that Niti has known me for such a long time and she really trusts me, you know. And she did a couple of programs with me, which I can tell you would have certainly contributed to these realizations. Okay. So if you guys want to go to the next level, na, you should talk to me. I'm not going to sell anything to you. You come and ask me, Sukhdeepak ji, what can I do with you? Maybe I'll tell you, maybe I won't. As I'm getting older, I'm getting crazier. Okay, so where are we? We've got 4 minutes to go. I think, Hari, you wanted to say something, right? I did not ignore you. I said,
Enjoying the conversation, sir. Also, I'm just some thought came to my mind. It's called living being. We are all human being. So it's not we are making. So we always make something out of meaning out of something. If you let it be, then things will be very, very simpler.
You know, since you talk about beings, there's a very interesting book I've been reading these days. It's called Sapiens.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you haven't read it, you may want to. Amazing.
Okay, sir. I
The
will.
insights you'll get about the evolution of being humans, you know, more like, sounds more like, you know, anthropology or whatever it is, but there is an understanding you will get about, you know, how we are living. Great. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you everybody for being there. And